Ride Entertainment revealed that a record-breaking Gerstlauer roller coaster would be coming to the United States for 2022. This had 90% of the coaster community pointing to Cedar Point to get a giant Gerstlauer Infinity coaster, but we are all proven wrong by Glenwood Caverns. Glenwood Caverns would announce a record-breaking Gerstlauer Eurofighter for 2022 called Defiance that would be built off the side of a cliff. This was sort of a shock to most people, but it seemed to get good reception. Well, I come to you now after Ride Entertainment announced yet another Gerstlauer will be coming to the United States for 2022, but this one will be an Infinity coaster. The only other details that have been revealed are that the coaster will open in late 2022 and it will be announced at IAAPA in November. They also noted that this roller coaster will come to a high-profile location and guests will be racing to it. They also stated that this roller coaster will be one of a kind, but I kind of feel like that is just a bit of a clickbait title, but you never know. This takes us once again back to the Gerstlauer guessing game. Today, I'm going to throw out a bunch of parks that I think could be getting this roller coaster given the limited information that we have. If you enjoy roller coaster news and speculation content, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this coming soon. If you'd like to help the channel out, make sure to give this video a like as well. With that being said, let's jump right in. First, I think we need to narrow down some of the parks that the information that we have has been able to eliminate. I think it would be fair to rule out any Six Flags, Cedar Fair, and SeaWorld parks for this coaster. Six Flags already has a handful of investments planned for 2022, and I don't really see them pulling out something random like this out of the bag. Cedar Fair has pretty much outlined their 2022 plans, and I don't see them pulling a random surprise like this. And SeaWorld hasn't even opened most of their 2020 attractions yet. The late 2022 opening is also a limiting factor for what parks this could be. We don't exactly know what that means, but at the very least, I'd say it would have to mean a August or later opening for this roller coaster. I don't think that completely rules out some of the parks up north, but it definitely suggests a park with a longer operating schedule. Now, with those factors out of the way, let's get into some possible candidates. Wild Adventures is a bit of a wild card in terms of amusement parks. This park is located in Georgia, which means it has a pretty long operating schedule. They have a few thrill coasters like a Boomerang and an SLC, but other than that, they seem to be a very family-oriented park. They just removed their big CCI wooden coaster that is rumored to be getting the RMC treatment, but we haven't heard or seen any signs of that happening as of late. Wild Adventures is owned by the Herschend Family Entertainment Company, who has worked with Gerstlauer on multiple projects before, but never for an Infinity coaster. I also feel like if this park were to get a Gerstlauer, it would be a Eurofighter, mainly due to the park not needing the extra capacity or thrill that an Infinity coaster would provide. I also don't think that Valdosta, Georgia is a high-profile location. Taking all this into account, I give Wild Adventures a low to no chance rating. Another popular pick has been Alabama Adventure. The bulk of the investment with this property goes toward the water park, as it seems to be the more popular portion of the park. They're hyping up their new for 2021 edition, which had everyone expecting it would be a roller coaster, but then they announced, you guessed it, a water slide. I even had a whole video ready to go saying how it could be a roller coaster when this announcement happened. In terms of the dry side, the park really only has one major roller coaster with Rampage, which is a big CCI wooden coaster. And an Infinity coaster would make a nice contrast to that ride. However, the reason I doubt Alabama Adventure will receive this roller coaster is that they have a very short operating season from May to September. So judging by that, it doesn't really leave much of an opening for a late 2022 opening. Alabama also isn't really a high profile location anyways, so that's going against this too. The park was doing a little teasing a little while back, but I feel like we're just playing the same song we did last year. I feel like this park is just too much water park based to put in a major edition like this, but I could be wrong. I'd say the chances of this roller coaster going to Alabama Adventure are next to nothing. This one was kind of a wild card brought up by a friend of mine. Honestly, as of now, just about anything is on the table for Niagara Amusement Park. They're supposed to be getting somewhere around 32 rides for 2022, and they will essentially be a new amusement park by the time they reopen. I'm also expecting rides to open at various points during the year, so that also keeps the late 2022 timeframe available, especially considering the park has operated into October in the past. This would also be a very nice complement to Silver Comet. Gene Staples has been aggressively investing in his park, so this wouldn't be that far-fetched. To further support this, Gene Staples mentioned in an interview that the park would be receiving a major roller coaster in 2022, and he would be looking to make the park into a mid-sized amusement park. That would entail having another major attraction or two. However, this sort of seems like a bit of a pipe dream coming from someone who lives within a day trip of this park, as I still probably would bet that the park will be getting that Schwarzkopf shuttle loop over this, but the park could definitely be a dark horse to receive this roller coaster. Niagara is also a pretty high profile location as well, so that checks out. I think that the chances of this roller coaster going to Niagara Amusement Park are not too far-fetched. This one seems like it would make no sense. The Fun Spot chain is a chain of relatively small parks in small spaces. However, they have taken a step up in regards to expanding their parks. Fun Spot Atlanta just recently announced a new hybrid coaster from RMC that will be coming to the park in 2022. Although full details have not been confirmed yet, Fun Spot seems to be interested in making their parks real players in the industry, and not just places you go for a few hours after a bigger park during the day. With Fun Spot Atlanta not formally announcing the details of their 2022 roller coaster yet, I think IAAPA might make the perfect time to announce that coaster, along with a new Gerstlauer Infinity coaster heading to Fun Spot Orlando. That theory might sound absolutely wild, but I think it may be possible. Fun Spot is open year-round, so that would cover the late 2022 opening. And I think IAAPA, which takes place in Orlando, would be a great time to announce a ride like this. Oh yeah, Orlando is also pretty high profile as well. I think that the chances of this roller coaster going to Fun Spot Orlando are legitimate. There's also quite a few other parks that are in a position to receive this roller coaster. I think the Kima Boardwalk, Icon Park in Orlando, and maybe an FEC are all definitely great possibilities to receive this roller coaster. NASCAR Speed Park in Tennessee would also check all the boxes with this as well. I also think this coaster could go to Mattel Adventure Park in Arizona. I wouldn't even be shocked if it ended up being the Hot Wheel coaster, so who knows. This announcement has brought a lot of excitement and mystery around the coaster community. I think there's a very good chance that this coaster ends up going to a brand new park as well, or a park I didn't even mention in this video. Where do you think this coaster will end up going? Do you think it could end up going to any of the parks I mentioned, or will it go to another park? Make sure to let me know all those thoughts down in the comments below. With that said, make sure to like this video in order to help out the channel, and subscribe for more coaster content like this coming very soon. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.